safety hazard. So I'm going to run these into the ground by inserting these things. What is going on, guys? My name is Joe Mills. Welcome back to another video. Now, yesterday I actually, where am I going? Came up in the car to drop off some post wood that I collected from breaking down pallets. Now I'm hoping this is going to be enough to get me started with the fence just behind me here at the back of our allotment. I did mention that it set me back on this job. I'm the guy that always finds the positives, all right, and I'm going to look at this as a bit of a rest from digging. Now, a couple of the tools that I've got with me, I'll try and stop this wobbly journey, bear with me. So my drills that have done me for many, many years, I've built all of my allotments, bar one, from these very same drills, these ones. I got them on offer a few years ago. They had like £100 off. Yeah, I think the batteries are on their last legs. I have noticed that one of our very kind subscribers has just purchased for our channel a brand new drill with 2 batteries. It's not this make. However, if it does turn up, I'm just so appreciative. Thank you very, very much. So I'm going to run these into the ground by inserting these things. These are for planting bulbs, basically, in semi-hard to loose ground. And I thought, do you know what? I'm not going to get my post digger on the back of my Engway EP2 Pro without it being a bit hazardous for me and other pedestrians. I'm pretty sensible on that, to be honest. So yeah, I'm hoping this will do the job in at least making a start in getting some of these old, a bit grubby looking, but pretty much dry wooden posts in the ground. And to aid, I've got the large one and I've also got a slightly smaller one as well. The only other tool that I'm going to be using is the Kent & Stowe multi-tool. It's got there, if you didn't see the video, it's got a hammer on the bottom for driving in canes. It's got a serrated edge over here. It's got a really sharp point and a bit of a blade on the side, and it's got decent weight. So yeah, I'm hoping combining these 3 items, I'll be able to get down deep enough without lifting up all of the membrane that we've only just put down. So without further ado, let's just get straight to work. And that seems to work pretty good. Oh, change my drill settings. Yeah, that's quite deep. And then I can just start manually digging this. Wow, it's like a tiller. Look at that. That's pretty cool. No, I'm not going to go around the whole plot with it. If it was about 100 times the size, maybe. But I think that's going to work in getting these posts in, because we're not allowed to use any kind of concrete or postcrete or anything like that. So I'm thinking to just dig down. You know, I don't know how long it's going to last, guys. Like I say, I'm not allowed to use concrete. So, and I honestly believe these posts are a little bit too wet to creosote or seal. And I'm not a fan of using that kind of stuff anyway. So I'll probably do this as a temporary measure for now. See how long it lasts. And if I need to come back and rebuild it, well, then I will. Wow. Yeah, they're pretty cool, they are. I bought those on Amazon many years ago. Oh, this is lovely stuff coming out of here. I know it is lacking feed, but the texture's quite nice. It's almost getting sandy. And then all I've done on some offcuts of wood is I've cut a very straight point just to aid these in. But the reason I'll angle it off like that is because the shorter side of the two, if I put that side up against the post and hammer it in, it should push towards the post instead of pulling away, which means it will be nice and tight together. But we'll test that theory. Temporary measures in the rain. And if you haven't already guessed, I'm just going to plunge a few screws into the little piece of wood, directly into the post of wood, and then backfill this hole with some bits of broken concrete and kind of just wedge it in, and then I'll fill what's left with the soil that you can see. Now, I don't know how I fit all this in my bag, but I'm pretty sure I've got a spirit level too. Now, this wood's pretty bowed, so there's probably no point in doing this at all, because depending on where I put it on the wood, I'm going to get a different result. Yeah, I'll eyeball it. I normally do, and we do all right. So I've got very limited tools with me today, guys, so we're just going to make do, and we can always come back when I've got the use of a car and bring a few more tools to make this a bit stronger. But for the moment, I'm pretty confident that this will hold. And the plan is, of course, to clad it. Otherwise it would look like a bit of a farm style fence. All right. Now normally I'd use postcrete, even dry, you know, and let the moisture of the ground do its job in letting it go off, but can't do that here, so we're improvising as we do. Is that another rock? Yeah, finding rocks everywhere. Ideal. But I mean, the earth should hold it, and the rock should help some of the water flow away from the post. But we'll see. This is proper allotment work. This is. If I can swing on it at the end, then I know it's safe. I need a few more bits. All right, close your eyes, guys. Let's get some of this soil out of the way. Handy little tool this is. It's so sharp on the edge. Yeah, that do. I just found some nails in the shed, which I think should do the job. I'm temporarily holding this before I put some screws in. What's the best sound? Ah, playing a little tune there. All right, now we can start leveling it out. Yeah, a bit. Not much though. We've got to scrape a bit more out. That's saying it's almost level. Level to what exactly? Earth. That looks so wonky. Oh, building on a hill is not a good thing. Right, guys, it's telling me that I need this post to go down even more, which will put that bubble in the centre, yeah? Look how wonky this fence looks up against all of the other wonky plots. Oh no. Oh, what am I going to do about that? Oh, it looks so wonky. This actually needs to come up, but not by that. We're going to run with it. We're going to keep it level. If we're going to put a cup of coffee or a cup of tea on there, we don't want it all spilling to one side, do we? So, oh, why do I do it? And you put a tool down and you can't find it again. Where's my hammer? I can hear you all now. Use the whole saw. Yeah. Oh, another on the wonk. Pointy tip. All right, I think it's coffee time. It looks so wonky.
Feel my heart, it's beat tight. All my body's breathing, it's just you and me. I'm so caught in this, we're so lost deep in it, can't stop. I'm forever the one you call. Let's free fall. I'm so.
I didn't have a coffee. Instead, I just carried on putting the posts in. All I'm doing now is leveling them as best I can. They're warped pieces of timber and just using broken bricks really to hammer down and wedge the posts in. I don't really see any point in leveling because we're going to clad this in time. Well, that's the plan. Ay, ay, ay. Oh, just out. Oh, I thought we might make that post. Never mind. Never mind. Ooh. Not too bad. Not too bad. I mean, it's level-ish. It just looks terrible because everything around is on the wonk. Or at least that's what I'm telling myself, all right? Look at the absolute mess I have created by putting in these fence posts. Ah, yeah, yeah, yeah. I've earned myself a cup of coffee. I do really want one. So I'm going to leave this for the moment. It's supposed to rain. I'll probably get rid of the soil first because I don't want that to turn into mud. Then I'll have a coffee and then we'll have a little chat about what the plan is for this fence. All right. Oh, and check this out. These were up by the gate. Well, the purple sprouting broccoli was. And one of the old boys saw me having a little nosy and said, if you want them, I've got some kale as well. So, but he wants the pots back. I don't know when, hopefully not too soon, because I've got nowhere to put them. But I thought if I can get a raised bed done over the next week or two and fill it and just, you know, forget about it for the moment, just put something like this in there and let it go over winter, well, that's a good start, isn't it? So yeah, that's probably what I'll aim to do over the next week. But right now it is starting to rain. I can feel the spit coming down. So yeah, let's have a little tidy up. Well, the wind has picked up now. It's taken about 2 hours to get this part of the fence done. I know I've massively bodged that corner over there, but that's just using what I've got. I mean, I've got something up that tells the committee that I've made a start. What I'm going to clad this with, I'm not sure yet. Possibly pallets, but I mean, that would be a lot of pallets, wouldn't it? Front and back, I've got to do here, guys. And I've got to put boards between these posts to prevent that bit of soil from falling into the plot, you know, with foot traffic up and down. So yeah, but that's not a bad start. I know I need about 1,000 more pegs because it's already started to lift. That's 100 pegs down where I'm stood here, guys. And as you can see, I need hundreds more just to keep this nice and tight. And hopefully I won't have to lift it up again for a while. But yeah, that's all right. Pallets, baby. Yeah, that's all right. Safety hazard. Yeah, I'm quite happy with that. It's supposed to rain any minute now, and it's not supposed to stop all day. Now, I would have carried on the fence had I have had access to a bit more wood. That's pretty much it. I've got 2 more posts. The rest of the wood on site is rotten, so I can't use it. Yeah, right, I am actually going to make myself that coffee now, guys. That's a couple of hours worth of work there, and it's nothing you guys can't do. I've had nearly 1 million views in total on all of my woodworking projects here on this very same channel, and quite a few comments from people saying it's all right for someone who's got all the tools. Guys, I'm just going to get myself a little pack of nails, or we'll use the screws that our subscribers sent, and I'll get hold of some wood. If it isn't going to be feather edge, it's going to be pallets, and clad it front and back, and then I'll put a nice piece of wood on the top, you know, somewhere to sort of lean up against and have a chat with your neighbour, or put a coffee, or even just as a backdrop for filming. So it's nothing you guys can't do yourself, providing you're actually allowed to have fences and things like that. There's a couple of plots here that do have fences. Apparently, because they've taken on allotments that are on such a hill, any kind of levelling is going to cause a bit of a gap. So I do understand, don't get me wrong, I do understand. Not everyone is as young and agile as me. Not blowing my own trumpet. I know there's elderly people. I'm just not really sure how or why they're going to walk between 2 allotments when the committee one is next door. But anyway, I'm not grumbling about it. It's done. Well, the backdrop is at least up. The framework is up. So awesome. Digging for dinner is back in the game. Guys, it is so windy. It's actually starting to bother me now, and the rain's on the way. I think I'm going to call it a day for this fence build project. I'll come back when I've got more materials and I'm able to clad this. I've got to do it both sides apparently, but we'll see how we go. And also ground pegs is something I need to get quite a lot of. So if you want to support the channel, we do have an Amazon wish list down in the description. So many of our subscribers, and I've lost count, that's how many of you have actually supported the channel by buying us a gift. They're all useful. I'm pretty sure I've used everything I've unboxed so far, although there's quite a few more boxes I need to get around to doing. I don't know whether it's best to do them in drips and drabs, probably not. I might just do a massive unboxing video again, because you guys seem to like that, and as did I. So another tool I've been using is this. I'm trying to have a little bit of a scratch around on the edge of the membrane, just out of shot where these slabs are, in order to remove that material and fold over that piece of membrane, creating a little step up, which would enable me to do my next, why am I hunched over? My next sort of dig that way. So yeah, brilliant tools. I'm not even going to edit that out. Thank you very much for watching. Look after yourselves. I will see you in the next video. Please just consider subscribing and help the channel grow. We're trying to, well, I'd love to hit 20,000 subscribers by the end of the year. I know that's a big ask, but yeah, one video a day, you know, subscribers are growing. The work is commencing, and yeah, it's all fun basically. So look after yourselves. I will see you in the next video.